Thank you very much. Thanks for remembering.
How do we change the time?
I am on my personal quest to make it as popular as St. Patrick's Day, and I am losing. But
I feel like I got merit for not remembering.
Now 6:30, the March 19th work study session will begin. We'll start with officials reports. Mr. Mayor.
thank you, Madam Chairman. Good evening, everybody. On Thursday, March 14th, the Southgate Anderson Junior ROTC Titan Battalion held their military banquet and awards ceremony. All through the year, these cadets received training and direction from their junior ROTC commanders, retired Lieutenant Colonel Jason Dye and Sergeant Brian Kumper. The focus of the program is to encourage high school students to learn the value of citizenship, personal responsibility, and teamwork. The awards highlighted their efforts throughout the year. Graduating seniors were also recognized, and there was an official changing of the guard ceremony that turns over the battalion leadership to the next group of leaders. What was special about this gathering was that the cadets were responsible for all of the planning and execution of the event, from the selection of the food to writing all, and we had mac and cheese, by the way, just so you know. That was one of these sides. That seems to be prominent in that age group. And then to the writing of all the introductions, to emceeing the event, the cadets were front and center. I was honored to be asked to be a guest speaker for the banquet. My topic was the true meaning of American exceptionalism. It was a great night of service, pride, and patriotism. I commend the junior ROTC commanders, all of the cadets, and the hundreds of family members and friends who came out to support this important program. This past Tuesday, Channel 7, I'm not sure if everybody saw it, but I know several have made comments on it. Channel 7 News came to Southgate to do a story on the Bank Tower project. The reporter, Demetris Sanders, is a 2013 graduate of Anderson High School. After talking to several downriver residents, he was very interested in visiting the building and reporting on the progress being made. Once again, developer Alex Began gave us a tour and spoke extensively with the reporter. It was great to see that most of the floors are now drywalled and the electrical wiring and cabinetry is being installed. The project is still on schedule to start leasing apartments in August as floors begin to receive final inspections. I'd like to again thank Channel 7. According to Demetris, the station will be refocusing their efforts to feature more stories on the downriver area, so we should see more coverage of our local activities in the months to come. Like the Bank Tower, the redevelopment of the former Old Chicago restaurant has been a topic of discussion in our community. I'm happy to report that Hopcat has now paid for all their building permits, and they will be allowed to proceed with that renovation. If all goes well, they're expected to open for business in late summer, early fall. And lastly, I'd like to wish everybody a happy St. Joseph's Day. This saint today is not as prominent as St. Patrick's Day, but just as noteworthy, especially in the Polish and Italian communities. But we welcome everyone to celebrate this feast day. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. Madam Clerk.
No report, thank you.
Mr. Treasurer.
No report.
Councilman Aird.
Madam Chair, just have a very brief report. I finally was able to attend my first water board meeting on March 11th. And we just talked about how there were literally 40 water main breaks in about a 20-day span. So the team has been super busy, and just kudos to them for working hard and getting their teams intact to alleviate the drama that can come with a water main break. We're supposed to get pressure relief valves early fall. And then we talked about the importance of, code red communications. So if you're not subscribed to either get a text alert, a phone call, anything like that, there's a way to sign up by checking out on the water department subset of the SouthgateMichigan.org website. So you can do a phone, an email, or a text. So whenever there's any issues with weather, like probably right now, or if anything severe, that's a good way to be in tune with what's going on, especially in your immediate area. And that's all I have for now.
Thank you. Councilman Roush.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I did attend the Library Commission meeting. Mr. Drysdale attended it, and he talked about the 25-26 fiscal year budget for the library. There is also, we also talked about RFID bid, that is expected to be between 7,200 and 7,300, and I believe that is on our agenda tonight for approval. They also talked about the furniture. There was a bid accepted by their Library Design Associates, and they are expected for the furniture and the circular desks to be ordered, and they will be arriving in the next couple of months. Hopefully, the job gets finished by June, and then they also discussed about the, if there'd be any disruption due to all the construction that's gonna be going on here. They said there might be at times just because the only way they can get in is the ramp through the front door, so that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Graziani?
I wasn't able to attend the TIFA meeting that took place earlier this evening due to a scheduling conflict, but Priscilla Councilwoman Harris-Reese was able to stand in for me, and thanking her for that, and I'll leave it to her if there's anything noteworthy that came out of that report.
Thanks. The public safety did meet. We recently had the graduation ceremony for the Citizens Public Safety Academy. It was a great success. Many people signed up and went to all the different sessions and learned a lot about our public safety departments. The next academy session will be in the fall, September 18th to November 13th, and you can apply online on the city website under the police tab. Councilman George.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Case Commission, Cultural Arts and Special Events Commission met last night, and we assembled the baskets for the Easter egg hunt Saturday, April 12th. I would like to thank Vanessa Belcher, Cindy Burley, Robin Craig, Nanette Dodds, Nancy Gratz, Tammy Iverson, Anna Mitchell, and Kim Cuspa. We filled a lot of baskets, and the kids are really going to have a good time. And also to thank the ladies who helped stuff the hundreds of eggs for both the children's Easter egg hunt and the Happy Egg Hunt, which will be on Friday, April 11th. The Commission on Aging, the seniors celebrated St. Patrick's Day with a wonderful luncheon. All had a great time and enjoyed the corned beef. The Firekeeper Casino bus trip scheduled for April 28th is sold out. Good luck to all. And please take advantage of some of the programs that are offered at the Senior Center. To name a few, they've got the Walk Club every day from 9 to 11 a.m. There's guitar lessons, Canasta Tuesdays, euchre on Monday from 11:30 to 2:30, Pinnacle on Tuesday from 11:30 to 3, Tai Chi. Also, there are a lot of books, puzzles for Rome, and the next meeting will be Thursday, April 3rd. I would like to, where did I put it? Send from the commission, from the Case Commission, extend our condolences on the passing of Beverly Sunday, who was a longtime Case Commission member and also City Beautiful Commission. And I worked with her on both of those. We were just, when we were filling the baskets, we were just saying at our meeting last night how much we missed her. May she rest in peace. And that's all I have, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councilman Ayers-Reed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The planning meeting took place on Monday, March 10th, 2025. Discussion was regarding the master plan. We began with a recap of the executive summary and the community profile chapters. The role of the plan is to guide the future growth, development, and redevelopment of the city of Southgate. In our most recent meeting, we spoke about community investment, public spaces, infrastructure, and redevelopment, and strategies to achieve the desired vision of the city, such as becoming a redevelopment-ready community certification, which is a voluntary program offered through the MEDC, Michigan Economic Development Corporation. It provides planning, zoning, development, and best practices for communities throughout Michigan. We also spoke on the future vision of the residential development. What avenues can the city explore to help residents with home improvements? In regards to infrastructure, Southgate recognizes that the importance of well-maintained streets, sidewalks, and fostering walkable and inviting neighborhoods is important to us as a council, the administration, and our residents. The committee plans to continue the review and updating of the plan while using feedback from the survey that was on the city's website and gathering more ideas to keep the momentum going on all the city has to offer to residents and visitors. Then tonight, I did attend the Tax Increment Financing Authority meeting. The topics of discussion was Carlisle Wortman Associates' proposal to amend the Southgate Tax Increment Finance Plan for First Class Lawn Care Incorporated to continue their work on North Line median maintenance, and the approval of the proposed 2025-26 TIFA budget. To go in further detail, I will leave that up to the administration, but that's all I have, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councilman Goley.
No report this evening.
All right, Mr. Marsh, please for the agenda.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening. Tonight, we have 4 items under consideration of bids. The first is for water system copper tubing supplies. The administration is recommending approving both Ferguson Water Works and Core and Main LP for these supplies for a 2-year period. Both those bidders met the bid qualifications, and having multiple bidders or multiple approved vendors will help ensure that the water department is able to procure needed items quickly. Are there any questions from council on this item? Okay, seeing none, the next item is the bid for water system lead-free corporation stops, curb stops, and couplings. Considering how close all 3 qualified bidders were, the administration is again recommending approving all 3 vendors. That's Aetna Supply, Ferguson Waterworks, and Core and Main LP at their respective quoted prices for a 2-year period. And again, having the multiple approved vendors just helps ensure that the water department has multiple options if they need to procure supplies quickly. Are there any questions from council on this item? Okay, seeing none, the next bid is for radio frequency identification hardware, or RFID hardware, for use in the library. Our library is being provided over 80,000 RFID tags from the library network so that we can track our physical collection. And this RFID hardware will allow us to use those tags in our library system. The implementation of this equipment will not only make checkout easier for library users, it will also reduce errors, potential errors in the recording of transactions. So the administration is recommending that FE Technologies be awarded for the purchase of these, as they were the low bidder. Are there any questions from council? Okay, seeing none, the last item under consideration of bids is our annual purchase of trees. The city received 7 bids from 7 vendors, and the administration recommends Scheichel's as they were the low bidder. Scheichel's is they're also our current vendor, and DPS has been pleased with their product and delivery. Are there any questions from council on that item? Okay, under Communications A, the first item is the purchase of replacement prep radios for the police department. Prep radios are the body-worn radios that the police keep with them at all times. The administration is recommending to waive the bid process and to purchase 26 Kenwood radios through Digicon under the Michigan MI-Deal Extended Purchasing Program. This purchase represents replacement of over half the department prep radios. The current radios that we have were purchased back in 2012. They're nearing the end of their useful life, and they can no longer be serviced or replaced in kind, so it's important for us to get updated radios. As noted in the Public Safety Director's letter, a portion of this purchase is actually covered under the Downriver Mutual Aid Technology Grant. That's funds allocated to the city of Southgate. Are there any questions from council on this item? Okay, the last item under Communications A is the annual request for the clerk's office, or from the clerk's office, to approve an ordinance update to adopt the 2024 supplement into the city code. The specific ordinances that were changed in 2024 are referenced in the attached proposed language. Are there any questions from council? Okay, seeing none, that's all.
Thank you. With that being the last item, we'll reconvene at 7 o'clock.
How's my letter coming?
Now 7 o'clock, the March 19th regular meeting will begin. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do it right now, Dan. Just don't ask me.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Gollak.
Here.
Councilman Erridge.
Present.
Councilman Graziani.
Present.
Councilman Ayers Reese.
Present.
Councilman George.
Here.
Councilman Cuspa.
Here.
Councilman Roush.
Here.
I need a motion to approve the work study meeting minutes dated March 5th, 2025.
Madam Chair,
Councilman George.
I move to accept the work-study meeting minutes dated March 5th, 2025.
Support.
Motion by George, supported by Ayers Reese. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. I need a motion to approve the regular city council meeting minutes dated March 5th, 2025.
Madam Chairman,
Councilman Roush.
I make a motion to approve the regular city council meeting dated March 5th, 2025.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by Ayers Reese. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. There's no scheduled person in the audience. The first item under consideration of bids is a letter from the mayor regarding the water system supplies, copper tubing. Madam Clerk.
It is recommended by the DPS director, and I concur, that we award this bid for water system supplies, copper tubing, to Ferguson Waterworks LLC of Flushing, Michigan, and Core and Main LP of Canton, Michigan, for a 2-year period ending March 18th, 2027. Both vendors have met bid specifications and will allow for the DPS to quickly obtain needed parts at pre-negotiated rates. There are adequate funds available for these services in the Water and Sewer Fund. Your favorable consideration to this recommendation would be greatly appreciated.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilman George.
I move to award the bid for water system supplies, copper tubing to Ferguson Waterworks at their bid of cost plus 5%, and to Core and Main at their bid of cost plus 6% for a 2-year period ending March 18th, 2027.
Support.
Motion by George, supported by Golick. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next is a letter from the mayor regarding water system supplies, lead-free corporation, curb stops, and couplings. Madam Clerk.
It is recommended by the DPS director, and I concur, that we award this bid for water sewer supplies to Aetna Supply LLC of Wixom, Michigan, Ferguson Waterworks LLC of Flushing, Michigan, and Core and Main LP of Canton, Michigan, for a 2-year period ending March 18th, 2027. All 3 vendors have met bid specifications and will allow for the DPS to quickly obtain needed parts at pre-negotiated rates. There are adequate funds available for these services in the Water and Sewer Fund. Your favorable consideration to this recommendation would be greatly appreciated.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chairman,
Councilman Roush.
I make a motion, we award the bid for water system supplies to lead-free corp stops and couplings to Aetna Supply LLC, Ferguson Waters LLC, and Core and Main LP for a 2-year period ending March 18th, 2027.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by George. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next is a letter from the mayor regarding library RFID hardware and services. Madam Clerk.
It is recommended by the library director, and I concur with his recommendation to award the bid for radio frequency identification hardware and services to FE Technologies in the amount of $7,469. Funds are available in the library fund for these services. Your favorable consideration of this matter is requested.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chairman,
Councilman Roush.
I make a motion, we award the bid for radio frequency identification RFID hardware and services to FE Technologies in the amount of $7,469.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by Golick, I think was first. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Last is a letter from the mayor regarding purchase and delivery of trees. Madam Clerk.
It is recommended by the DPS director, and I concur, that we award this contract to Schitzel's Nursery of Springfield, New York through December 31st, 2025. Schitzel's Nursery is the lowest bidder for this contract and is our current contractor. There are adequate funds available for these services in the general fund. Your favorable consideration to this recommendation would be greatly appreciated.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Erridge.
I move that we award the bid for the purchase and delivery of trees to Schichtel's Nursery Incorporated, expiring December 31st, 2025.
Support.
Motion by Erridge, supported by Roush. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. There are no scheduled hearings. The first item under Communications A is a letter from the mayor regarding purchase of police patrol prep radios. Madam Clerk.
It is recommended by the Director of Public Safety, and I concur that the bid process be waived and approve the purchase of police patrol prep radios from Digicom Global 911 Incorporated in Troy, Michigan, in the amount of $105,233.04 under the State of Michigan MI deal contract 2100000000896. That was fun. Funds for this purchase will come from a combination of sources, including a state technology grant in the amount of $30,000, as well as forfeiture funds in budgeted funds. Your favorable consideration of this matter is requested.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Ayers?
I move that we waive the city bid process and approve the purchase of portable radios for the police department from Digicom Global 911, Inc. in the amount of $105,233.04 under the State of Michigan My Deal Extended Purchasing Program.
Support.
Motion by Ayers, supported by Roush. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Last is a memo from the city clerk regarding ordinance 25-1047. Madam Clerk.
Please see the attached draft ordinance enacting and adopting the 2024 supplement to the Code of Ordinances for the City of Southgate. We ask for your concurrence to adopt this wording into ordinance format.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Through the chair.
Councilman Gulick?
I'll make a motion that we approve the draft ordinance enacting and adopting the 2024 supplement to the code ordinances for the city of Southgate.
Support.
Motion by Gulick, supported by George. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. There are no items under Communications B, and there's no ordinances. Is there any old business the council would like to discuss? Seeing none, is there any new business the council would like to discuss?
Madam Chair,
Councilman George?
people have been doing a lot of yard work. I don't know if they're going to do it for another week or two, but in the past, we've had beautiful days. When does the compost pickup start? Is it April 1st?
Yeah, it begins,
Okay,
starting
thank you.
April.
Is the first full week of April?
Sorry, yes, first full week in April.
Oh, thank you.
Any other new business? Seeing none, we'll move on to unscheduled persons in the audience. If you'd like to address council, please come to the podium, state your name and address. You'll have 3 minutes. Seeing none, we'll move on to claims and accounts. Councilman Roush.
Move to approve warrant number 1517 in the amount of $1,296,970.76.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by Ayers Reese. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Madam Chair,
Councilman George.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Motion by George, supported by Ayers Reese. Any discussion or